Hey guys, it is Julie here with JT.Wealth. In today's video, we are going over Nikola's official rebuttal to that damaging report from Hindenburg. So let's get into it. All right, welcome back everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So it is Monday morning and Nikola has officially put out their statement in response or rebuttal to that savage report that Hindenburg put out on them last week. So in today's video, we are going to do a super quick recap of last week's events and the implications from them. And then we're going to take a quick look at what Trevor Milton and Nikola had to say about this. Now, before we jump into all of that good stuff, this is just your friendly reminder to please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Helps us grow, helps you stay up to date with all of our videos. And if you like the video, make sure you give us a big thumbs up as well. Also, I will address, because I know I'm going to get comments on it, I do not have a glass of wine right now, but it is Monday morning, so just didn't seem like the right thing to do, so go easy on me. Okay, let's get right into it. So it was last Tuesday, September 8th, that GM and Nikola made headlines as they announced a partnership between the two companies. This will have GM taking an 11% stake in Nikola and assisting with their production of their electric pickup truck, the Badger. This announcement caused quite the reaction in the Nikola stock price as we saw it soar from about $35 to upwards of $50 for a 40% gain that day. But that excitement ended up being a bit short-lived as right after, on Thursday, September 10th, Hindenburg Research published this brutal report titled Nikola, How to Parlay an Ocean of Lies into a Partnership with the Largest Auto OEM in America. Oof. Now, I'm not going to go far into detail on the Hindenburg report here, as I know there's been a ton of coverage on it already, and it is quite a lengthy, extensive report, but we can just look at a few main highlights to get the gist of it. The report basically revealed why they believe Nikola is an intricate fraud built on dozens of lies over the course of its founder and executive chairman Trevor Milton's career. They gathered phone calls, text messages, private emails, behind-the-scenes photos, saying that they've never seen this level of deception at a public company, especially of this size, and that Trevor has managed to parlay these false statements made over the course of a decade into a $20 billion company. They go over how Trevor misled partners into signing agreements by falsely claiming to have extensive proprietary technology and even claim skepticism in the functionality of their truck, stating that in one of their video advertisements, this semi-truck was not actually driving, but was basically just rolled down a hill. There is no big surprise here that these allegations did not do any favors for Nikola's share price, as we saw it drop over 44% back down to around the $30 mark. Of course, it is always very important to consider the source of your news, so hard to ignore that Hindenburg Research themselves have a short position on Nikola's stock. At the bottom of their report, they did include this disclosure that they are short shares of Nikola Corp and therefore stand to realize significant gains in the event that the price of any stock covered herein declines. Following publication of any report or letter, we intend to continue transacting in these securities. So they're basically saying, yeah, we are going to make money when this stock goes down. Use our research at your own risk and do your own research and due diligence. Of course, Trevor Milton responded when all of this came out through a good many tweets. A couple of them here just saying, it makes sense. Tens of millions of shares shorted the last day or two to slam our stock and hit job by Hindenburg. He then says, give me a few hours to put together responses to their lies. Next day, however, on September 11th, we have another tweet just saying that Nikola retained outside counsel. They will be reaching out to the SEC. The allegations are false and deceptive, and on the advice of counsel, I won't comment further now other than saying that they've involved the SEC and it's in their hands. And now today, on Monday, September 14th, Nikola has responded with their own official press release in response to Hindenburg. Right from their website, under their press section, you can see Nikola sets the record straight on false and misleading short seller report. They have stated that Nikola believes the Hindenburg report and the opportunistic timing of its publication shortly after the announcement of Nikola's partnership with GM and the resulting positive share price reaction was designed to provide a false impression to investors and to negatively manipulate the market in order to financially benefit short sellers, including Hindenburg itself. So Nikola has contacted and briefed the US SEC regarding Nikola's concerns pertaining to the Hindenburg report. We can then see some quick updates on their key strategic initiatives and the status of each of them, which include their Nikola Tre semi-truck production, which is a pioneer battery electric semi-truck created in collaboration with Iveco through a joint venture back in 2019. They are expecting these to be delivered in about 2021. Then they have their Nikola 2 hydrogen electric powered semi-truck development. And this is going to be a hydrogen electric powered semi-truck for the medium and long haul trucking sectors. And this is where they say Anheuser-Busch has previously announced its placement for an order of up to 800 trucks with product version expected in the second half of 2023. They have a large order for electrified refuse truck, saying that they've received a minimum order of 25 electrified refuse trucks from Republic Services, Inc. And then, of course, their strategic partnership with GM for their Badger pickup truck, which they're expecting to start production in late 2022. The report then goes on to directly address some of the false claims made in the Hindenburg report. So the Hindenburg report made a lot of different claims, and Nikola addressed a good many, although not all of them. So I'm going to go through a few, but I am going to start with my favorite, which was the allegation of the one semi-truck rolling down a hill in that video. So it starts with the allegations that the Nikola 1 was not a real truck and was in fact a pusher. So the Nikola 1 is a real truck that sits in Nikola's showroom, a pusher meaning a vehicle that was not designed to be moved by its own propulsion system. The Nikola 1 was in fact designed to be powered and endured by its own propulsion. As Nikola pivoted to the next generations of trucks, it ultimately decided not to invest additional resources into completing the process to make the Nikola 1 drive on its own propulsion. After pivoting, Nikola produced prototypes for the Nikola 2, which are self-propelled and have been frequently demonstrated. So yes, it was designed to be driven by its own propulsion, but no, they did not put the resources in it to get it to that point, which brings us to the commercial. So Hindenburg seeks to portray Nikola as misrepresenting the capabilities of the Nikola 1 prototype in the video, saying that it was simply filmed rolling down a big hill. Now, Nikola stated that the third-party video on the company's social media was described as in motion. It was never described as under its own propulsion or powertrain driven. I guess the lesson learned here is when we see commercials for vehicles, we just shouldn't assume that they're actually driving themselves. But Nikola says that it's erroneous and irrelevant, as that was 3 years ago, and they now do have working trucks that they have plenty videos of them being driven. Other points addressed in the report is that they mischaracterized a quote by a Bosch employee, stating that the employee spoke only about Bosch's own plans for the IAA industry show and for the H2 Hall project for the European Union. They addressed that Hindenburg misrepresents Nikola claiming a third-party inverter is the company's own technology by placing a sticker over the supplier's name, saying that at no time did Nikola state that the inverter on the prototype in the video was the company's or would be used in production, and that Nikola has been designing, engineering, and working on its own inverters for quite some time. Hindenburg also misrepresented Nikola's historic position on battery technology, saying that they made false statements regarding the company's battery technology following the breakdown of its transaction discussions with Zapco. In fact, the potential battery technology advancements are related to an ongoing confidential R&D partnership with a leading academic institution, not Zapco. The company is excited about potential breakthroughs related to its next generation battery technology. They refute several other points in this report from the Hindenburg report, including the departure of their former CFO, defending some of their other production capabilities, and defending some of their employees. And then basically wrap it up just saying that there were dozens more of inaccurate allegations from Hindenburg that are not relevant to Nikola. So right now, it definitely feels a lot of he said, she said, and I'm sure as the week progresses, we are going to see more and more facts and different pieces of evidence coming forward as people from both sides of this claim try to prove their point. As far as Nikola's stock price goes, it'll be yet to see what kind of lasting effect this news has on it. This morning, we have seen the first bit of real positive movement in it since the report came out, going from about $29 upwards of $35, but hovering around that few percent gain. Personally, I do not have any skin in this game as I'm not an investor with Nikola, but it will be really interesting to see how this plays out and in the court of public opinion who people tend to side with. It'll also be very interesting to see if anything comes about with the SEC being involved. As always, I would love to hear your thoughts on this subject, and I know there will be a lot of thoughts as it is a bit of a controversial topic. So please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of these allegations and of Nikola's response. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, you better give us a big thumbs up, and also please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. Cheers!